Hello everyone, welcome to Legit Law by Priya. I am Priya, Assistant Professor of Law, and this is first lecture of Constitution Law Master Series. Today we'll begin with Preamble of Indian Constitution, its meaning, philosophy, objective, and landmark cases. The Preamble is often called the soul of our Constitution. Let's understand why. So, what is a preamble? Preamble is like an introduction, nothing but a brief opening statement that sets out the purpose, philosophy, and objectives of a document. In a constitution, the preamble reflects the true intention of the framers, the historical context, and what is the core national values or standards. So, our preamble sets or says out what was the intention of our policymaker or the framer of our constitution, what was the historical context of our country, and as well what is our nation, that is what is India's core values. In simple terms, it tells us four things. One, who made the constitution? Two, what kind of government it established? Three, what are its main goals? Four, when it was adopted. So our constitution was adopted on 26 November 1949. The origin of our preamble goes back to Pandit Nehru's objective resolution which he gave to Constitution Assembly on 22nd Jan 1947. The resolution was presented to Constitution Assembly and it got adopted by our Constitution Assembly on 26 November 1949 and it got enforced fully with our constitution on 26 January 1950. So before preamble was not part of the constitution but it was resolution presented by Pandit Nehru to our constituent assembly and then later on it got adopted with constitution. The preamble was it also reflects American influence, that is global influence. From US we took we the people, and from French Revolution the idea of liberty and fraternity was adopted. Though our preamble is not enforceable, still it guides our constitution and constitutional interpretation. It means how we should interpret the constitution is guided by the preamble. The preamble key four has four key components. First, the source of authority. It says that we the people of India, which means that the power rests with the Indian citizens, that is people of India. And then the nature of our state. What is the nature of India? So it says India is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. It also says what is the objective of our Indian constitution or India. So it is justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity, and also includes unity and integrity of our nation. It also says that justice, equality, and fraternity is to be given to all the citizens, no matter if the person is rich, poor, it should be given equally to all the citizens. It also says what is the date of adoption of our constitution, that is 26 November 1949. So now let's understand the important words of preamble. What are the keywords? First one is we the people of India. So if you know, our preamble starts with we the people of India. So it emphasizes on that ultimate sovereign lies with the citizens themselves. It means the sovereignty of our constitution or of our country lies with Indian citizen. Sovereign, which means India is fully independent and not subjected to any external power, which means India is independent in their external matters as well as internal matter, and no foreign power or no foreign authority or government can control our decisions. Now coming to socialist, which means it was added by 22nd Amendment Act 1976. It was for 42nd Amendment. By this amendment, we have included the word called socialist in our preamble. It says that it represents our commitment to the social and economic equality, which should be achieved through means of mixed economy, which means there should be social and economic equality. There should be no person extreme rich and no person extreme poor. It means we should all have economic and social justice. Now coming to the next keywords, secular, which has also been added in 42nd amendment. Secular means that our country, our India, has no official religion, and it respects and protects all religions equally. Our India has no official religion, and here every religion is protected. Coming to democratic, it implies that our government derives its authority from the will of people and expressed through the free and fair election. So we are saying our authority comes, our government comes from the people, and the people elects them. The government is elected by the people, and the authority which government derives is from people itself. Whereas coming to preamble, it means the head of the state is elected, not hereditary in India, that is president. So if you know, it is in president there is no hierarchy or what you say, it is not hereditary. It is from elections. It is not that king's son will be next king. It is always elected by people of the India or citizens of the India. So that's the reason our the word republic is included in preamble. The preamble declares four core objectives, that is, justice, equality, liberty, and fraternity. Coming to justice, it ensures that fairness is in all aspects of life, which means you will get justice, social justice, economic justice, and political justice. We just read what is social and economic justice. That means we will be having equality. There will be no extreme poor or extreme rich. There will be political justice as well given. So here, in every aspect, India's objective is to give or deliver the justice. Whereas coming to equality, it says that it removes privileges and guarantees the equal opportunity for all. In our section 4, article 14, it says same, that there will be equality given and there will be no privileges given to the people. You will not be treated differently if you are poor or you are from upper caste. It means everyone are equal before law, and you will get equality of status or equality of opportunity. Now coming to liberty. Liberty means freedom of thought, expression, belief, and worship, which means you have freedom to do everything but with some simple restrictions. Whereas coming to fraternity, it builds brotherhood and ensures dignity and national unity. Its fraternity is nothing but we should all be together, uh, as we all should promote brotherhood, and we should ensure that there is dignity and unity among all of us. So let's understand the justice, the three justice we just read above: social justice, economic justice, and political justice. Social justice means a society without discrimination on caste, creed, gender, or religion. On basis of these three things or four things, that there will be no discrimination. Economic justice means equal pay for equal work. If I'm a woman working in fields with a man, I should get equal pay what a man is getting. So that is equal work and equal pay. Then coming equal economic opportunities. Everyone should get fair access to the job opportunities, vacancies around. There should be no discrimination among that opportunities as well. Now coming to political justice. The right of every citizen is to participate equally in political process or politics and in public life. So it means that you have equal opportunity to be involved in political processes, political practices, and in public life as well. So justice is the cornerstone of the equality and fairness in democratic society. So let's see what is interrelationship of the objectives. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar says that liberty, equality, and fraternity are mutually dependent. They are interdependent. Without equality, liberty would be dominated only by few, which means if there is no equality, liberty will be only practiced by few dominant people. Whereas coming to liberty, without liberty, equality would be suppressed by the individual initiatives. Which means if there is no liberty, your equality can be suppressed. And without fraternity, both the liberty and equality would lose their meaning. Which means without fraternity, equality and liberty both will have no meaning. It will not be an effect. So, for an example, if you don't have equality, you'll not have the particular right to access that liberty. It means liberty is nothing but your freedom is freedom to access something, freedom to opportunity, that is your liberty. Freedom of thought and expression. If you don't have equality, then they can impose the thing that only rich have right to start a business or start a news telecast, which means it is nothing but violation of your liberty. Whereas coming, if there is no liberty, there is no freedom to thought, expression, belief, religion, then where will be equality? There will be no equality. Then coming to fraternity, that is your brotherhood. So if there is no fraternity, which means by default you'll have no liberty and no equality. So now coming to the landmark judgments of our preamble, first starts with first starts with our Berubari case, where the Supreme Court held that preamble is not part of constitution and therefore it is not enforceable in court of law. However, court also said that preamble is the key to open the mind of the makers of the constitution. So in Berubari case, court clearly said that our preamble is not part of the constitution, so it cannot be implemented in court of law. Whereas coming to Kesavananda Bharati, later on the 13 judges bench. So there were 13 judges who decided that preamble is an integral important part of the constitution and it embodies the basic structure doctrine. So what is basic structure doctrine? That preamble is important, and basic structure doctrine, if you know, that you can amend preamble as well, and you will be treating preamble as a part of the constitution, where the basic structure, the importance of the constitution, the importance of preamble should be upheld and it cannot be amended. You can amend preamble as well as your constitution. They treated preamble as part of constitution, but they said that basic structure should be maintained and should not be disturbed. So this was reaffirmed in Union of India versus LIC, that where court held that while the preamble is part of constitution, it is not directly enforceable. So here in this case they said that preamble is part of constitution but it is not directly enforceable. It has not been enforced in real life, because if this particular section is violated, 12 is violated, you'll file a writ. But what about preamble? If preamble is violated, how you'll file writ? So preamble is not directly enforceable, but preamble is guiding light for the interpretation of the constitution. We are saying that preamble is one which guides how we should be interpreting the ambitious of article. If any article is ambiguous, it means we don't understand the exact meaning of the article and we are confused, then our preamble will be acting as guiding light and it will guide how we should interpret it. The preamble has only been amended once through 42nd Amendment Act. Here this amendment added words socialist, secular before the democratic republic, and replaced unity of nation with unity and integrity of the nation. So here we added socialist and secular, and then we also added integrity of nation. So integrity of nation was replaced by unity of nation, and before the word democratic republic we added secular and socialist. So we saw in Kesavananda Bharati that uh, our preamble can be amended under Article 368, but the basic structure can't be altered. Which means preamble can be amended, something can be added or deleted or replaced, but the basic structure of a preamble should not be disturbed or altered. So this is the revised text of the preamble after your 42nd amendment that says, "We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure all its citizens justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity, assuring the dignity of individuals and unity and integrity of the nation." So N.A. Palkhiwala says that if our constitution is the body, then the preamble is its soul. So if our constitution is like a body, soul is your preamble. So let's quickly revise these three short questions. One, who moved the objectives resolution that inspired the preamble? So Pandit Nehru, that is Jawaharlal Nehru's resolution, was the one which inspired the preamble. Two, which case declared that preamble is part of the constitution? If you remember, in Keshav Nanda Bharti case, they said that constitution ka part, preamble is the constitution ka part, but you can amend it, but can't amend the basic structure. So basic structure doctrine as well as declaring that preamble is part of constitution was a part of Keshav Nanda Bharti case. Now coming to question 3, that is, which amendment added socialist and secular? So obviously it is 42nd amendment, because this is the only amendment made in the preamble. To sum up, the preamble is the philosophical foundation of our constitution. It proclaims that India is a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and guide us with the idea of justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. It's not just an introduction but a moral compass for all of the constitutional interpretation. As Palkhiwala said, if constitution is the body, then our preamble is its soul. Thank you for joining me in this first episode of our Constitutional Law Master series. In our next series, in our next lecture, we'll move to fundamental rights, the heart of the Constitution. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Legit Law by Priya for more law lessons, case summaries, and your exam strategies. See you in the next class. Until then, keep learning and stay inspired.